The case against disgraced businessman Vusi Matlala has been postponed to the 2nd of September for a bail application at the Alexandra Magistrate's Court north of Johannesburg. Matlala, his wife, and 2 others face charges including attempted murder and conspiracy to commit murder. This is after Matlala allegedly ordered a hit on his former partner, Tebogo Thobejane, during a previous court appearance. Matlala's legal team argued that the state had not provided all necessary documents, including cell phone records and bank statements. Here's Neria Hlakotsa with the latest on this for us. So Neria, what were some of the reasons behind the postponement?
Good morning to you, Mxolisi. So there are 2 outcomes from this court case this morning. One is the fact that next week Tuesday, Vusi Matlala has decided to apply for bail. You must remember that previously in May when he appeared, he did abandon his bail application, but seemingly now he has changed his mind. Another matter that came up, or another outcome, is that on the 7th of October, the state will be centralizing other 2 dockets that are faced with charges that are faced by these accused. I must also add, Mxolisi, that right now also we have the 5th accused. Initially it was only 4 of them, but the state has also added the 5th one. She was added in July, and the state is saying that she comes into this case because of money laundering. And this money laundering issue comes when the state alleging that the accused did launder 120,000 rand, and they then provided false receipts in an attempt to deceive the court and in an attempt to hide evidence to that matter. So now instead of 4 accused, we now already have 5 accused, and the defense attorneys did indicate that they do not have a problem with the centralization of the dockets, and this essentially means that more charges might be added. But the prosecution also asked the court that they want to speak to the DPP on this matter in terms of them coming forward and giving the accused and centralizing rather all these other cases. So they asked the magistrate to give them at least until October 7. But next week, Matlala will be applying for bail. And this stems back from as far as 2023. If you remember, this is where Matlala's former partner, Tebogo Thobejane, was in a car with her friend and their driver, and that's when unknown hitmen fired at them. Matlala did, Tebogo rather, did not sustain any injuries. However, her friend did have injuries, and this is where also the attempted murder charge comes in. And of course, another charge there is a conspiracy to commit murder and fraud. But as it stands right now, we haven't heard much. What we know is that Matlala's wife is the one that remains on bail. And the other 2 accused, though, in this matter are out on warning on this case. However, they are still in custody for another case. So it's a bit complicated, but this is where we are right now with this case. And we are back here in the Alexandra Magistrate's Court next week for Vusi Matlala to apply for bail.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Neria, I think this sort of like now makes this alleged web even bigger now that you say there's, what, a 5th suspect that has just been added, as well as the centralization of the dockets. What does this all now mean, and what does it point to insofar as these proceedings are concerned going forward?
Well, essentially, it means also that the state is closing in on this matter, and clearly there are more developments that will be coming out. But one thing that Matlala's lawyer had indicated in court was the fact that he doesn't understand how his client rather links to the other cases that the state wants to centralize, but indicated that if they have to be centralized, he doesn't have any problem. But it also, as you said, it looks like it's bigger than we actually know so far, and it seems as if there's more people who are involved in this conspiracy to kill Tebogo Thobejane, of course with that attempted murder that she faced last year, well, in 2023 rather. So it seems really it is going to be a bigger one, and the state has a strong case somehow, or the state has more evidence that it's producing as time goes. And you must remember also, the state did also indicate that they found more evidence in the cell phone records and in the bank statements. And that is why the last appearance in July, the defense rather of Kat Matlala had said to the state that they want those documents, which include the cell phone records and the bank statements. They don't have them in that docket. And this shows that the investigations into this matter are still ongoing, and there's more evidence that's coming up. But the state did provide the defense with these two documents that were missing in the docket.